Welcome to my 100,000 subscriber special. So today we are going to be explaining the first 10 Backrooms levels. Not gonna keep you waiting, so enjoy the video. Alright, so the first level of the Backrooms is the Habitable Zone. Its survival difficulty is class 1, which means it is pretty safe and secure, and it has a minimal entity count. And it looks like a very dull gray parking lot, and it has a lot of puddles and leaking pipes. There is also a corridor part, and it can include weird chairs. The lighting here is a little bit more blue than the first area, and everything is painted white usually, and it has a concrete ground. It is way more dry in this area, and that brings us to our next level, which is level 2, and it's called the Pipe Dreams. Alright, so level 2 is the Abandoned Utility Hovels, or better known as the Pipe Dreams. It is a class 3 survival difficulty because it's unsafe, unsecure, but it has a low entity count, so that's why it's not higher. Here is a couple pictures of the Pipe Dreams. It has lots of pipes that kind of stretch in and out. Some of them have gases, and they're really hot sometimes. Other stuff like rusted pipes and fold-out chairs also appear around the level. Entities like hounds and skin stealers also appear around the level. Okay, so we are on level 3, which is called the Electrical Station. Its survival difficulty is class 4 because it's unsafe and secure, and it has a medium entity count. This is our first survival difficulty, class 4, so that's pretty interesting. And basically, it almost looks like a prison. It has a lot of gray bricks covered with concrete, and the floors, they're like made of a shiny material. There's also shiny prison bars, and there are rooms closed off by these. Some of them are open, but most of them are closed. Some entities include male and female death moths, facelings, skin stealers, dullers, and smilers. Alright, so level 4 is called the Abandoned Office, and basically it's just a office that's literally just empty. There's nothing in it. It's just a couple rooms with literally nothing in it except windows, which have nothing in them. It's just a white void. And the survival difficulty is class 1. It's safe and secure, and it has a minimal entity count. And it has dullers, hounds, and smilers, but it's mostly devoid of entities. So this level is pretty good. To exit this level, you might need to find an elevator or a stairway, and they are usually office themed, and some may lead you back to level 3, but if you see one going down into a basement, that one will take you to level 71. And this is also another very popular Backrooms level. It is called the Terror Hotel. Its survival difficulty is class 2 because it's unsafe, but it's secure and it has a low entity count. And some people describe it with carpets, and it has a lot of fancy, like old-fashioned, like early 20th century, and it has a lot of objects like flowers, tables, and yeah, everything's old-fashioned. There are also boiler rooms in between rooms, and here are a couple pictures of that. And some entities in this level are skin stealers, watchers, and death moths. So level 6 is called Lights Out, and the survival difficulty is undetermined, and there isn't much to know of this level except the map of the level, because it's pretty much pitch black, so it's really hard to see everything. But here is a map of the level, which is hand-drawn and seemingly documented from memory. Level 7 is called Thalassophobia. Its survival difficulty is a class 4. So it's unsafe, unsecure, it has a medium entity count, and this is basically a endless ocean, and you usually spawn in a house completely flooded with a bunch of boxes and like stuff like that. And basically what you gotta do to exit this level is you gotta find some of these cliffs that kind of, you could pretty much see them from where you spawn in. So basically you gotta climb that cliff and you can exit the level by that. So there's also a famous entity, and it's called the Thing on level 7, if you haven't heard of it already. And basically this is how it looks like. Alright, level 8 is called Cave Systems, and it doesn't really have a survival difficulty. It's just a bunch of caves, and you basically swim out from a lake underwater, right? It's really cold there, and it has a lot of dripstones. It's very dark, once again, so there isn't much information about it. Alright, level 9 is called the Suburbs, and it is class 5 survival difficulty. It is unsafe, unsecure, and it has an entity infestation. This is a very dark suburbs neighborhood with trees and like street lights and everything. There's literally just houses, and it's mostly dark in this level. And some notable entities are the Neighborhood Watch and the Mangled. This level is the last level. It's called the Bumper Crop, and it's a class 1 survival difficulty. It has 0 entities, like literally 0, no entities at all. And it's just an expansive field of crops, and sometimes it has lakes and farmhouses. Literally the only entity here, and it shouldn't really be an entity, and it's called the Worms. It's literally just a bunch of worms. That's it. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and let me know, guys, if you want to watch more content like this, because I had a lot of fun making this. And peace.